Hello YouTube, Snowshoe here. Welcome back to the BluePrince with the BluePrince. Continuing on, we are day 7. Very excited to get back into this. So when we last left off, I believe... Hello. We had just unlocked the outside power area. Gonna have to kind of get a little bit reacquainted. We do have an allowance, a whole 1 coin starting off. But I know that we have our west gate open. So let's check out what our option is for this. A shrine, a shelter, protects you from the negative effects. Classroom. Have we done classroom yet? Shrine, a blessing would be nice, but all I can offer is a coin. What do I have on my notes? I don't know if we've done this yet or not. Okay, well, let's do the shrine this time. We'll see if our measly 1 coin will give us anything. A nice area. I can offer you a coin. It will last for several days. That's nice. While drafting, you may pay gems to spin floor plans for 3 days. Okay. Any secrets? So being able to spin a floor plan could be huge. Because then we're not bound by how it's drafted, but we also would need a lot of gems if we're going to play that game. Since this is the first run for a new session, nothing new down there, but let's go take a look over at the whatever this thing powered up. I forget what this room is actually called, but there's like a microprocessor inside or something. Microchip. Plug in here might be able to be plugged in somewhere else. But it only goes into that one. I don't think that we've come across a room that needed it. Blackbridge. Admin key, right. Okay. We haven't come across that yet. We did have a sticky note somewhere with some numbers. This one? Yeah. Which was just like some binary. Or it's just I's and O's. Since it's not a 1, it's an I. I-I-O-O. And we still have 3, or we have 3 total. 2 others we can get to open that door. Okay. Well, the first run is just going to get us reacquainted with the maps. I do know that I wanted to be able to find the magnifying glass again, and hopefully the dark room. In which case we also need the breaker room so that we can turn the lights on. Because there was that photo with the initials in the tree. We haven't been able to see yet, but... Okay, so again, We have there's 5 rooms at the bottom and then 9 rooms up to the top. The rank 7 is the highest that we've been, and that was only on the west side. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can play around and not go super safe, but we can get some coinage here and an apple to get some steps back. And then hallway would be nice because it'll get us back to the west. The nook would be nice because it gives us a key. And the storeroom is going to block us, but it'll also give us some goodies. Let's try the storeroom this time. Okay. And then, just to recap, yeah, we have the west gate path opened, which today is going to be the shrine. We have the Black Bridge Grotto. We're on 3 for the stars, so we find an observatory. We'll be on day 4, which I was kind of hoping that those were going to be random, but apparently not, because day 2 was adding the 2 chests to the front room, which would be nice to get again. Maybe it is. And then we have our 1 allowance. So, yeah. Now we're blocked off here, so we can go up, or we can go over and up. And then we've been getting our photos, or our pictures, and cracking that code. So starting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have everything filled in except for this one, which I'm assuming is a T. And it says 8, like starting here, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I've discovered 8 dates. And we've cracked 1 safe. We did come across another safe that the dates that I had didn't work. So I guess we'll cross that path if we run into that room again. Okay, so we can now do the observatory to get the favor for today. And the spare room does go up, though. Alright, well, let's just check it out. This should be the gem miner? Diamondus miner. Okay. So we spent 1 to get 1. We know what the days do. We already know everything in this room, I think. Let's continue on. So here's where rotation could be important, because... Is it random, or does it just rotate once? Because the Nook's going to put us back, the Parlor's going to put us back, the Chapel will put us up. But if we could do like the Nook and get it to go up... Well, let's see what it does. Okay, so it did rotate them. So now the Parlor goes up, the Nook goes up, and then the Chapel got turned so that we don't go down anymore, but we can go across. But we know from... I already have a key. The Parlor will at least give us some more gems. If I can get the puzzle correct. And... sometimes there's been fruit there. I don't know if there's anything else that will spawn in this room. I don't think so. The gems are in the black box. Oh, I don't like that. The gems are in a box with a statement. So if this is true, and this is true, then they're here. And this can't be true. It can only be false, because if this is false and this is false, this has to be true, and this is nothing. So they should be in the black box. Right? Please? Oh no! The gems are in the black box. The gems are in a box with a statement. So if that was false and that was false, this was true? I wonder if there's a special item that lets you see if there's something written there. Oh. Alright, my bad. I think that's the first time that I've missed a puzzle. We can't do courtyard. We can do nook. Or we can gain 10 steps. Let's do nook and get the key. At least that's a guarantee. And sometimes there's a goodie over here. There's not. Still can't do anything with the books. And corridor and spare room are going to be the exact same. The den will be... well, they all get us through. So let's do the den. At least that gives us gem. And on occasion, there's been a chest in here. I don't know if that's a special spawn or something. All good. Okay. So we can do... the bedroom is a dead end. The spare room gets us through. And the secret passage gets us a room of our choice along the west wall. And we do have a gem. So let's do that. And then... I don't know if there's ever going to be an item in here. Probably not. Okay, so we don't want a bedroom. I don't think we want a hall. I think our best bet's going to be a green room to hopefully get us through here and up. The green rooms usually have good coverage. But also they have the chance for getting items. But this might have just blocked me. I mean, it's RNG, so... yep. Okay. Ooh, aquarium. It's in every color room. That would have been fun to see. I don't know if we've seen that one yet or not. Courtyard we can't do. I was hoping to get that and not have a gem cost because we found items in there before, like the shovel and the sledgehammer. But now, if we go back and get a green room again, it won't cost anything to draft. Well, there is an item at least. Anything else? No? There's our path that we take over to the west gate and then the little shed over there. Okay, hopefully that'll pay out in the future. We can't do anything except for to go back and try the east side. Which is fine. We're just getting our legs back, trying to figure out where everything's going. corridor gets us through. Everything else ends it. Really do hope you guys are enjoying the game. I am. I don't know how frustrating it's going to get, because it is RNG. So those end it. This is the only thing that we can do to keep going. We do have a little bit of money. Maybe we can get something. $20 and $21. Okay, well, we're on day 7, so that doesn't help us. Goodies anywhere? No. What does thing cost? Okay, so we need like 8 or 10 for the good things. I don't know what salt does, but let's get a gem just so we have one. Courtyard. So this probably would have cost us a gem, but now it does not. Which is good for us. And there is a chest, but no shovel, no sledgehammer. That's the secret garden? Yeah. So we haven't tried the secret garden on the east side. The last time we did it, I can't remember. I think we had like the secret garden up here, rank 7, and we couldn't do anything with it. But I don't know if the secret garden will ever spawn on the east side, because it would be nice to be able to get along that wall. Because we can't go anywhere back to the front of the house, but maybe there's something else. Greenhouse ends it. Chapel does not. Oh, the drawing room. That's where the other safe was. And that was accessed by this little switch. And was trying to play around with the photos, but since it says the dates, crack the code or crack the safe. Let's try some dates really quick. So I have November 7th. And November 17th. We have September 2nd. We had August 22nd. Whoops. We had January 27th. We had November 11th. We had February 22nd. Okay, other than that, we had... Well, we had 4 dates that had years, but 2 of them were the same. So let's just try the years. We had 1985, 86, and 87. Nope. Okay. Well, I am out of options for that. So let's start with like the small one, which is the umbrella guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the next one would be the maid. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one would be the gentle sir. Top hat. So 15, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 39. 1593. 3915. Oops. 9315. Okay. I obviously don't know it. Spare room is the only thing that keeps us going. Nothing in the spare room. I guess let's see if the secret garden key works on this side. It does. Okay. So we can get the secret garden. And we did figure that it was... Oh, it's already solved. So this should open the door to the antechamber. And that appears to be the west door. So even if we make it up here, it doesn't do us any good. We have to come around to this side. Any goodies for me? Could really use some goodies. Key, a gem, shovel. Nothing on the benches. Nothing in the fountain. I still think this looks like a door. But it doesn't look like there are bricks that we can press. Alright, well. We know that the secret garden can exist on either side. I just think because of the extra room that it causes, it can't be in the middle anywhere. It has to be on an exterior wall. Which makes sense. This is also really close to that statue. Which would make me think this would be the perfect place for this to be a secret door. I wonder if you need the sledgehammer for that. Alright, let's try and keep that in mind. We go this way. We can do the dining room. Again, we can't get anything until we reach rake 8, but at least it's a free room and it goes up. And then let's see what this one opens. Hopefully it's not locked. So the chapel will go up, but the closet can give us some stuff. Let's try closet this time. All we got out of it were 2 keys. Where are we at? We're at 5, 6. That would be coat and coast. So an S. But unfortunately, we don't have any pictures in the secret garden, so I'm still missing this one. Although I'm assuming it's a T. Just hasn't been confirmed yet. So we knew this one. Anything in here other than the food? Doesn't look like it. We don't have a choice. We're doing the hallway. Which is fine by me. But it might require a key. So we know that you are lying because you're typed in red. Yeah, use a key. Okay, the bedroom will help us out. It's a free room. And it gets us in the correct direction. We're at 4-7. So this one is new. Greetings from Reddington. Can't flip it or anything. Fan and flawn, so that should be L. Hope. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh. Cloister. I'll take a big open room that goes in multiple directions, sure. Sorry, I need a drink really quick. Okay, so we have an open area. Why can I touch you? And you. Isn't that weird? Oh, secret. Okay, so if we had a shovel, that'd be great. Oh no, security door. Oh no, security door. Hello. Allowance permanently raised by 2. Okay, so we should get 3 at the start of each day. What's the letter, though? Dear Nogala? If you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor, it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous, Miss Babbage. So this must be the new groundskeeper, and then kind of looping on the old groundskeeper. I think that might have ended things. I always forget that we have the chance to run into this. Okay, so this is going down. This is going over But we still have a door that we can go up, and we have a key. Which is good, because we needed it. At this point... I don't think it's going to matter too much, but let's do the chapel. It gets us one door to the antechamber, which I'm guessing we can't get through, but it also gets us to the west. Yep, take my money. It's fine. We still haven't figured out anything about these pictures. Or stained glass, I should say. They're not pictures. You don't do anything. And if you need a key... Silver key? When did I get a silver key? Was that out of the trunk? Okay. Okay. Chamber of Mirrors. You can now draft second copies of rooms you already have in the house. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. This looks like a lot of fun, but I think I'd need to draft it earlier because it looks like there's not going to be a way through. This is all blocked off. But the conference room gets us up. And that's where we're trying to get to. Oh, and I didn't check the bottom of the dining room while I was there. Shoot. That's my bad. I should have done that. Okay. What do we have here? We have a key card room, which I'm not happy about. Hello. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout the house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently in your state. If you have a conference room, everything is gathered in that room. Okay. Is that just a regular key? Okay, safe code. So it says 9083. However, this is read and typed, which means it is a lie. But maybe it's a hint? Nonetheless. And boat and bat. And we're here. It's an O. So we can't advance again. We really needed that key card or the security room and the breaker room. But let's go down and maybe we'll get lucky. Billiard room. We can get some keys, but that's not going to help us. The guest room will give us steps. Maybe we should do that, and then we can come back down here and maybe get lucky and open up this area. Maybe steps are best right now. The key. And we are at tie-in time. I've already read you. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. So now we need to go back. Back there. Back, back, back. It's kind of only one way. It's just at the... Yeah. Alright. Let's try it out. Yeah, take my money. It's fine. Oops, wrong way. But we reached the dining room, so we reached the rank 8. We don't have a showroom. There's no reason not to. Let's just eat. 20 steps would be huge under normal circumstances, but since this might be the end... Library. We've been to a library yet? I don't think so. And that will keep us going. Well, maybe we have. Where are we at? 4-4? Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource of information. If you wish to read more about a specific room, press R to pull up the directory. Alright, we've seen this. Rarity unusual. Outer rooms. Right, the tool shed was nice. The root cellar was good if we had a shovel. And then the shrine. Red rooms. Ah, we've come across more than I thought. Shops, green, hallways, bedrooms. Okay, so we have pulled the aquarium before. Surprisingly, still missing a lot. Haven't even gotten the first room yet. Okay, what else do you have? Nothing. I saw you on the table. You do. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. There was the postcard that had Reddington. Swimbird. The Fixed Stars. I think that's the book that's in the observatory. Or India. I don't know where that is. Pump system user manual. Drafting strategies. Simon P. Jones. Correct. Because it was Marion Jones. Number 124. I don't think that's going to help us any. So maybe in the morning we'll have a book at the entrance hall? Or else we're going to have to draft this again. Anything fun up here? Hello. Records. It's my playtime. Steps taken. Oh, it's counting everything. Okay. Yeah. This should have been 7 and 7, but I made a mistake. Okay, so the game's keeping track. Anything? First item checked was a key card. Lockpick, a shovel. Baron of Mount Hollyname's nephew, provisional heir. That's November 5th. I didn't have that date. A lot of dates in November, though. Sure of the orchard. That's the postcard that I was talking about. That's why I got the Reddington book. Favorite floor plan is the tool shed. Most drafted. Parlor, hallway, den. Most paid for. Kitchen, observatory, courtyard. Most time spent in laboratory. Yeah, well, I was solving a lot of things. Entrance hall, of course, and then the parlor. That makes sense. Those are, you know, puzzles, your starting room, and then puzzles. Contraptions I've made. Paid 4 gold for a magnifying glass. Don't know what these are. Holly. Observatory. Maybe one day. No, this is silly. It's a empty... It's a dead end. Why would I ever pick that? Okay. So the game is keeping an eye on us. I wonder if that affects the RNG at all? If it knows, like, oh, well, you haven't seen this room, maybe you should make it so that happens. Aquarium. It's a mail room. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting. So that would be fun if you had it early on. Let's do an aquarium right now. Oh, a key. We can do the Great Hall with 7 locked doors. Combine inventory. Well, this would be cool. We don't have anything to combine. I only have 2 keys. I don't think I want that. But we can get more keys from here. We know this puzzle. As long as nothing's changed. 18 minus 10 is 8. Three divided by 3? Was it multiplied? Let's do 9 first. Okay. And then 20 divided by 10 is 2. 11 minus 3 is 8. That's 1, so 8. And then by 4 is 2. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And there's never been anything over here. And now we go up. Okay, that ends us that we can't do, so we're doing the boudoir. This at least gives us a gem. Now we need to go north. We didn't get it. Freezes your accounts. Coins and gems will not reset. They cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Well, I don't have any coins, but I do have a gem. And we're going to get stuck either way, so we might as well do that. So I should start tomorrow off with a gem? Gems. Key. Not for staff use. Master Sinclair's personal freezer. Special key and a letter. I don't remember seeing... I wonder if that door would be possible if we could shut off power. I don't think the breaker box had freezer. Okay. Well, we ended up a lot better than I thought we would, despite having what I would call an iffy start. But this time around it was security and the key card that ultimately got us, I think. So I guess we're calling it a day. Make sure one more time. Okay, call it a day. Good effort, good effort. Garden Via of Prayers. We have 5 new rooms. Save and continue, please. Dia 8. So we start off with our 1 gem that was frozen, and then we should have 3 coins in here? Yes. Okay. Let's go over to the shed. As per usual now. Maybe we'll get lucky. Items for trade, that doesn't help. The schoolhouse could be fun. The dig spots would be nice. But this assumes that we're going to find a shovel. 8 classrooms to the draft pool. Don't know how much that helps us. Let's do the root cellar. We'll hope for shovel. And then on our rooms, so we don't have classrooms. Maybe I've not done that yet because I'm always scared to. We don't know how they're oriented. I mean, a couple of classrooms could be dead ends, and that would just make it harder for us. Okay, dig spot. There was a letter here. And the family tree, right. Okay, well, if we get a shovel, we can come back and get some goodies, hopefully. Let's start this way today. Not the greatest of starts, but we're on early, so let's just get our goodies. Stock up a little bit. I know that the hallway goes up, but with the drawing room, we can try that new date on the safe. Well, it's like something's really different, but it's not an exterior, so there were no windows. Okay, we can try 1105. And then that card told us it was 9083. Which we know is a lie. But what if it was 3809? Okay. Well, fine then. Do the den, we'll get our gem back. Let's just do the corridor. We'll keep the gem for now. I don't know if there's like going to be random rooms that have keys sometimes and not others. Alright, let's get some revenge on this puzzle. Revenge? Okay, thank you. Oops. Black is empty. Black is true. Black is black. Great. So if this is true, then this is true. And that is empty. But black is black would be have to be false, which isn't. So this has to be true. Which means both of these have to be false. But that doesn't help us solve the puzzle, it just eliminates one of them. But if this is true, let's try it. Oh my goodness. This was true. And this was false. So this means it's not empty. I should have done this one. Oh my goodness. Okay. A key already? Shovel! Retrieve. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that happened. We are almost completely cut off from the east side, but we can go back and we can do all that digging. I have been looking if other dig sites had popped up in any other rooms. Well, we need to open you anyway. The conference room would be good, but let's do the nook so that we can get a key. And maybe on this one we can go around and start going up by the two different directions. But first, I know that they do it for like pacing purposes. I just wish the run was a little bit faster. Okay, we got some steps. Didn't even know turnips were a thing. Key is great. Coin is good. Okay, well that was 18 steps. That basically means that we're starting from the very beginning, having explored all that we have, which is good. Now we just need a little bit of luck going through here. So we need to spare room. And item for sale. Maybe we'll get lucky. There was a dig spot there. I wasted a couple steps. We do have the magnifying glass, though, and we can afford it. And that's all we can afford. Great. So now we need to get lucky with the breaker box room, utility closet, and the dark room. So we can get some more steps, and then we have to go back around to the nook, or we can do the courtyard and keep going, but we only have one gem. But maybe the courtyard will have the dig spots, and we'll get something good. Or not good. Oh, hello. Metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Awesome. And we got another key. Okay, so now we're going up north along with the nook. It looks like we're going over, but we can't do the observatory, so we're doing the bedroom. Something over there. Now that I see this little, like, 1 at the bottom, I think we've already done this before. Might be in my imagination. I see a 5-0 there. But I don't think I see anything else that would be numbers. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Not just a coincidence. Car keys. So for near a key, the metal detector is going to activate. We have to do the chapel. Dig spots. Some more steps. Alright, I think this is our only way now. So if we get blocked... Okay, well I wanted to do the library to see that book, but since it wasn't at the entrance hall, we have to do hallway though. No choice. And we're blocked. Done for the day. What do you do? While drafting, you may re-roll. Oh, okay. Well, very short day and a waste of a shovel. Nothing that we can do about it, though. Ten... 10:08. Seven. Oh, 9. 10. No. Okay. Obviously, I don't know something. Well, that was unfortunate that we didn't get very far. We had all these steps to use. But I guess it happens. Call it. Alright, shake it off. New day coming up. Yeah, we didn't even have any new rooms. Day 9. Oh, and just a reminder, I appreciate some hints and stuff, but just no spoilers, please. I don't want somebody just to write down the code. I'd rather go along the experience and figure it out. But I do appreciate the comments, and I do read them. Okay, what do we have today? You know what? We're going to do classrooms, because we haven't done it, I don't think. Big spot. Herbie. Is this your classroom? Within a timely manner. Can I flip you or anything? Oh, nothing on the backside anyway. Closing address. For the last 58 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, Baron Sinclair. Okay, so related, but not Herbert. Thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another school, and also allowing the use of our private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility till the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears children running through his halls. Lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. While here, whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Right, okay. Principal, I forgot. Thank you all. Sincerely, my time has meant the world to me, and if I am standing in 8 months, I will see you all at a slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. What is... Oh, can't open that. Can't open that. Hmm. We have a thing here, though. What do you do? Hmm. Okay. We've seen something that looked like that before. Was it in the apple orchard? I think there was a pipe coming out of the side of the hill. Can I take that lantern? Probably not. Okay. Anything else? Well, we'll see if we draft some classrooms. So can we see that flame now from here without me having to go down and waste a step? Yep. And then we'll find out tomorrow if that is on permanently or if you're going to have to do it all at once. Start up with the dem. We'll get our gem. Okay, you're always changing. And today you do have a box. We can... Well, you can't rotate that, you can't rotate that. So the only thing that's going to rotate is the hallway. But it's already going where we want it to. Then let's do the closet for the items. Maybe we'll get a key and we can just open that. Nope. We did get the die. Okay. The library will just circle back to the entrance hall. The drawing room we can go through. I don't have a good code. We don't have any new dates. But the drawing room might have that book. At least that'll give us some new insight. Oh, and a magnifying glass. Great. Everything else the same? A Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Modest account of our town by Sir Andrew Darrell. Oh, more dates. We have January 4th, 82. Another November 18th, 87. Lowry took this on April 25th. 92. And now I'm guessing this is today's date. Since that's our name. The third largest city in Fen Aries, site of its former capital Reddington, is synonymous with mountains, mystery, magic. Most tourists head straight for the boardwalk and don't get much further than the botanical gardens. However, Reddington has much more to offer. Spectacular scenery, a historic castle, and a charming underground bazaar rewards visitors who wish to explore further. Reddington is the type of unique, enchanting place that lingers in your mind and memories long after you leave. Okay, so that's the same image from the postcard. Botanical Gardens, Reddington's most popular attraction and guaranteed crowd pleaser. The Botanical Gardens, loved by both local and visitors for its azurine canopy house and mausoleum, its petal-covered trails, and mind-boggling variety of flowers. This is the reason springtime in Reddington is the busy season. Hopefully, if there was something hidden, it would kind of stick out. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens offer a scenic and captivating tableau of the natural countryside. A cobblestone trail meanders past over 1,000 species of tropical plants, each remarkable in its own right, yet even more stunning, set against the spectacular backdrop of the Reddington Mountains. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which concludes at Mainway Station. Ilex X Messervey, specimen of holly unique to Reddington's mountains. Featherfall Keep. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit, a historic site described by scholars as significantly important to the realm's past. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Epsom, has until recently always been a private residence, serving as the family home to the Epsons since before the Third Era. After the death of Lord Epsom, his oldest son, Lionel Epsom, left the estate never to return. However, the daughter stayed, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. At that point, Featherfall Keep ceased to be a family residence. It began operating as a historic house museum and tourist attraction. The estate was designated Natural Historic Landmark in 1972. It is still believed that by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda. That was another book that we could have checked out. Orinda Aries, when Reddington was still the capital. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil, serene stillness, rolling fogs, clear water, gliding swans. In the midst of all that beauty sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Airy's premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resort and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentry for generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the views and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. How far does this go? Okay. Sorry, I just need some liquid. Mount Holly. At an elevation of 11,220 feet, Mount Holly is the tallest mountain in the Reddington Range and the highest peak in the entire realm. Beyond the physical challenge itself, climbing Mount Holly Trail is a beautiful experience, and one that many hikers and explorers will want to do at least once. It's only a few hours from Reddington to get to the trailhead, and you won't need any local guides or special gear if you tackle the trail during the summer season. However, those willing to give this mountain a significant amount of planning and research will be greatly rewarded, whether or not they actually summit. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estate of Mount Holly. That's where we are, nestled between the summit's north slope and saddle. This 80-acre mountain residence is also as old as Reddington itself. However, unlike I keep saying father. Unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of Mount Holly schools in '66. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. Mainway Station Bazaar. For the sentimental tourists wishing to pick up a souvenir to remember their stay, one might try braving the Mainway Station Bazaar. But don't be too hasty. Without proper guidance, the Mainway Station can be a dangerous place. Located underground, this unique marketplace was once Reddington's central railway station, in a time when the Realms trains were still in service. Now the turnstiles, footbridge, and platform have been appropriated and turned into a cavern of tents and torches. Whether you are a bargain hunter looking for adventure or finding a memento to commemorate your visit, Mainway Station Bazaar will be a worthy conclusion to your sightseeing adventure in Reddington. And we have a map of the area. So we have Trinsdale Lake. Oh, I have a magnifying glass. It's supposed to be Angel Tower or Angle Tower. Mount Perma, Featherfall Keep, Reddington, Mount Holly, Tanner Fork, Botanical Gardens, Mainway Station Bazaar. Here's where we are. Burroughs End, Arias River, 100 Bells. I don't know if they would be devious enough to put in a clue or something in here. Okay, that was a lot of reading. I'm very sorry. Thank you for staying with it. And, oh, no, it doesn't look like I can check out another thing. Let's go with the passageway. 2 gems, I know, but it gives us the best chances. Dark room. Yes, please. But we won't go there. We'll hold off and see if we find the breaker room. We can't do the lab. The archives would be nice, but you can no longer see all 3. Right, and that like stuck with it. Okay, corridor. If not being able to see all 3 floor plans was just in that room, that's fine. But that stayed with us the entire day. Let's try and get away from the edge. Or do we want to go to the edge? Or maybe we want a key in case. Let's take a key. Not having one at all doesn't feel very good. And from here, we will take the spare room so that we don't have to worry about losing money. If we don't have a choice but to go down and then hopefully around. I still don't think we have enough steps. If we have to get back to the dark room. I think it's better than a dead end. And sometimes we get items. That's just the spare keys. But then we also need to draft the garage. Okay, well. If there's something in there, I don't know what it is. And that's on me. We want the pantry. I don't really have anything that I want to check. So the lab will end us, except for the dark room. Let's do the parlor. Maybe I can solve this one? I feel really bad. I was doing so well, and then I messed up 2 in a row. The box... This box is in the middle. False. The gems are in the middle box. The box is the middle. False. So you have to be true. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we got a classroom, but it's going to end us. The coat check ends us, and the guest room ends us. Awesome. While drafting in classroom, you may draw a new floor plan 1 time for each draft room in your house. Well, I don't need the steps because we're going to have to go back to the entrance hall and try and get one of those 2 rooms, possibly. Or get through the dark room. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. Let's just take a look at the classroom. I don't think that we need the grade 1. Can you find a difference between P and peak? Yes, you can. It's a K. Reggie Biv. Indigo. Apple for the teacher. Looks like the same books that were on the classroom in the shed. I wonder if that's just reuse of assets or if that was the gift. Nope. Definitely not Earth. Okay, now we can start taking a look at the papers. Fill in each object below with its correct color. We can't choose. Just make sure there's nothing hidden. Okay. So do we have... No. So this adds classrooms. What do classrooms draft as? Their own thing? Because it is a blue outline. But I don't see anything for grade 1. Okay, so it must... All of them must just count here. You must really like red. 2 out of 12. Well, a red wagon and a red fire hydrant would make sense. Although I don't know where you're from, but ours, depending on the city, it can be different colors. And then obviously all the flags are wrong. Nice try, Caleb. RJ. 10 out of 12. Okay. Those are probably correct. Pumpkin, water. Blueprint, grape. Broccoli. The lizard, I would say, is correct. So one of the flags is correct. One flag is yellow. Or this one is purple, or this one is green, orange. Okay, so they're going to give you like enough puzzles to figure it out by deduction. 9 of 12. Okay, well that's wrong. That's probably wrong. So it's 2. Correct, 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 correct. So one of your flags is incorrect. Okay, well we know that there's not any that are red. So we'll just say like mountain, heart, hourglass. And we know that none are red. So with yellow, orange, and green, one is wrong. And then from this one, we knew that from yellow, purple, orange, that assuming everything else was correct, the 2 are wrong. Then we have you. Each color is only used twice because you use blue. Okay. But you made the lizard red, which is probably wrong. So if red and that is wrong, then we know orange heart is correct and purple hourglass is correct. Which means that the green hourglass was wrong. So the mountain has to be yellow. So it is just supposed to be yellow mountain, orange heart, purple hourglass. I don't know what we need that for, but we have it now. That was a good deduction puzzle. That was fun. Pretty clever. And now we're going to go back to the dark room and see what we could do from there. Or we can go back to the entrance hall first. Try and get those two bottom. But I have a key now. Key for key. Oh, that's the special key, though. Leads to a room with many doors. Okay, so that's... The silver key is the key to the great hallway. Or the mirror room, I guess. No, it has to be the great hallway, because that was the... Alright, we got utility closet. So we're not going to be able to do a lot this time around. Yeah, this thing. Cabinet. And turn that off just in case. I might have messed up because I think you need a trigger dark room before you can reset it. Oh, we're good. Okay, so what do you give us? You give us security. This could actually end up being an okay run. We're gonna take that. But where was that? Oh, that's right. You had a message down here. Memos found in Hartley's room were always false. Does that say green? I see R-E-E-N. I'm assuming green. Hartley's room were always false. Write that down just in case. Good to know. Where was that photo? Yeah, okay, we could finally figure out what you... Oh, your date, not initials. I'm guessing that you're going to be the combination to the lock, since that tree is not there. Well, depending on how this goes, we might have enough to do it this time around. I don't know if there's going to be any You were just like different exposures. It does look like you were actually smiling in this one. Then you got annoyed that they had to take it again? I don't know. Oh, key. Right. That was the request. And then... why would we need this blown up? That little heart beauty mark. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. We already have the one puzzle. Maybe they wouldn't put two in. Security. So just in case. Change that to low. And we'll change that to unlocked. See if we can get anything about Blackbridge. Okay. So if you really need something and you want to make sure that it's there that day, you can do this. I'm sure that we've already looked at that, but... active terminals. Would you like to connect to the terminal using the connection? You may only connect to one offline terminal each day. No. Shelter? Or the office? Let's try the shelter then. It is a bomb shelter. Time lock safe. Be accessed by setting unlock date and time. And use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. So that's inside of it? So maybe it won't open the door? Okay. Now we gotta be... if the reading is 12 or higher, emergency protocol will initiate. All doors in the house will automatically be unlocked. Current levels, probably none. 0.09. It has to be 12? Okay. This is getting weird. Mail? It's only in the office. We can only do that. Shoot. Sorry. Oh, escape. So we know today is the 15th, right? And we're at day 9. It is 1:25. So can we... Oh, is it going to kick me out because I backed out? Is it going to say that I cannot reconnect? Shoot. Maybe since we already connected, it'll let us reconnect. So let's go with November 15th. And it has to be an hour in the future, so let's do like 4 p.m. Okay. Any goodies? I don't see any goodies. So if we get stuck... Never mind, we're stuck. Great, doesn't matter. Do I have the car keys this time? I do. Get a bunch of keys and we'll check out what's in here. Upgrade disc. Insert into one of the terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. Okay. Are you open? Good. Let's go back to security. How do I... Oh, insert disk. Floor plan upgrade program. Scanning. Storeroom data has been found on the upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. So we can make it 2 keys, 2 gems, or 10 coins? 10 coins would be great if we had to buy something. And if we could get that off rip, right off the entrance hall. Plus our allowance, that would give us more than enough to buy whatever the max thing is at the commissary. Sure. Why wouldn't we? I know that 2 keys or 2 gems would be nice, but it's only 1 extra of each. Okay, so I believe we're done in here. And instead of going back, I'm just going to leave out here, and we should be able to get out there with less steps. So we can make it to the orchard and maybe the time release. I'm just guessing that the time release is inside the room. It's not the room itself. What time is it? 2. So we can do a little bit of exploring. We don't have a watch on us, right? I don't think so. Actually, I'm wondering if it'll open this, or if there's something inside that that'll open. And then everything I did is for naught. Okay, so we're gonna go with... Nope. 1128. Nice. The apple orchard. Permanently unlocked, added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Oh my goodness, that's huge. That's crazy. But I did see you. I don't know what you are. So do you turn on another one of those things? Do. So now we have 2? We do. Okay. So there must be 2 more of those somewhere in the manor. Or outside. Sundial. I can't tell if you're working or not. You're right there. I should be able to grab you. Bath. Okay, let's go check the bed here. What are you and why can't I pick you up? You look like one of the things that the gems are put on. April 10th, 1992. Well, now I have way too many dates and way too many codes. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding his various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence? Yeah, that has to be improvidence. In the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate in as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nagula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the orchard, entrance drive, east yard, Okay, so there is an east yard. We haven't seen that. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Espen's death. There's been closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even none but myself take notice. Spade or a trowel. Don't see anything on it. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these, I discover, are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, secret garden all fall in this category. So terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, secret garden. So that's 7. That's 6. So 2 of the green rooms could be inside. And we know the cloister can be inside. There should be another one that can be. That's good to know, because that's what I was saying about the secret garden. It has to be on an outside wall. But so do all these others. Soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundkeeper was to conduct a survey of various plots of soil underneath each slot of both the east and west wings of the house. While I would prefer to have had a full survey of all 45 plots, it was clear that the inconvenience of such an undertaking was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth, maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up to take 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort, as I suspected the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens, the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. So we have barren, rich, or good. So that one is always bad. So if we get fruit. Well, the only thing I've seen fruit in is the secret garden, and you can't touch it. But flowers in the greenhouse, so if we get the greenhouse, we want to try and get it in the rich soil, I'm guessing. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made a long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, and almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the manor's interior, and all the lamps and equipment outside are still connected by gasoline, including but not limited to smudge pots. Smudge pots found among the apple trees here are critically necessary thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost during the winter months to ensure daily yield. Okay. When they're not in use, the gasoline should be turned off. Conserve resources. The estates of their power. Okay, we found the valve. After a few months of idleness, I finally found a new cause to champion. I have submitted a request to change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with a much more appropriate angel, Raina. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by a paragon of gardening? Though I assumed, do not think Anne took the request too seriously. Anne is Babbage, right? Was Anne Babbage? Miss Babbage? She did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for a better part of our lunch yesterday. She wonders why I avoid tending to the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garden, and am too scared of chastisement to probe the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Rena's depiction in the chapel. Okay, so that's the angel with the hoe, which in the chapel was Roman numeral 1. That's the end of that book. Okay, well, we got a flame lit, and then we also got an extra 20 steps a day. Anything happen with you? No. I think I can still waste a couple steps just to see what the time is. I might have put it too far in advance. Yeah, it's only 3:20-ish. Alright, well, we're just going to cut until it gets to 4 and see what happens. Okay. We're after 4. Take a quick peek. Might be nothing. Looks like it's nothing. Well, I really hope that I was onto something there, but apparently not. There is this door over here, but I don't think that that is a vault. I'm guessing that that has to do with the chips. Nothing we can do there. Okay, well, I think that's it for today then. We found some new stuff. Not a whole lot, but a lot of reading today. Sorry about that. And we had some new rooms, some new tools, but we did get the orchard, which is nice. We have 20 extra steps starting off. It's fantastic. Our allowance is up to 3. And we'll call it a day. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you liked it. Feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a bunch. And feel free to leave a comment. Be nice. You know, hints are fine. No spoilers, please. You guys have been doing fantastic on all of my videos. I just want to give out the reminder just in case someone new happens across this. 6 new items and 2 new rooms today. So, great job. But we'll be back next time for day 10. And I will see you then. Bye!